Hi, guys, welcome to my podcast episode. Here is your host, Tyreek, and today we're going to talk about. I'm just going to ask myself some questions and hopefully we get the right answers. And we're going to start with question number one. So, question number one is, what does being rich mean to you? Being rich means to me that I have time freedom to do whatever I want. I have the money to be able to buy anything without having to look at my account. I don't have to feel any purchase that I do spend, and I can be a vessel to bless other people with the money that I have. And I feel abundant, I'm healthy, I'm wealthy, everything is good, and I'm not too worried about money after I spend it. So I don't have no emotional attachment to it, and I don't have no stress towards money at all. And that's what being rich means to me, and being able to spend time with your family and friends and to be able to enjoy life while you still have it. So, question number two, how can you define your success and what can you do to get there? So, how do I define my success? My success is being able to set down my ambitions and my goals and say it out loud and manifest it, as in paint a picture of what I want to do with my life and actually make them come true, and be able to inspire people to do the same, because if I can do it, you can do it too. So that's how I define success, and what I plan to do to make it happen is to basically work on it every single day and chase my dream every single day, as if nothing is going to stop me, because nothing won't stop me. Question number three, what makes you different from everybody else that is around you? What makes me different is that I think a lot, and I always am a writer, and everything that I don't say out loud is always valuable to me, because if I say it out loud, then everybody else knows about it. So I like to keep things secretive, and when I want to give it out to the world, it will be as much value as it can be, because I know my worth, and everything comes at its given time. Given time. So, question number four, what makes the world go round? And I feel like time and money makes the world go round. If you don't have enough time, then you can't do anything. If you have no money at all, you cannot do anything. You need to be able to have money and time to make the world go round. So that's why people go to work, so they can go and get money. That's why people don't have time, and they work on themselves to go get money so that they can actually do things to better themselves and have a better life that they would love to have. Question number five, if you can't see yourself being this way right now in 10 years from now, what choices are you making and decisions to make that dream life of yours a reality? Well, those choices that I'm making is I'm creating goals, right? And I'm taking action every single day. And I'm not allowing any, setbacks. I'm not allowing any trials and tribulations to stop me. And I know that my power to keep on going, and I have so many good reasons to keep on pushing. So that's why I push for more in life and never less. So that's why I always keep on striving for the best of the best. And life is gonna happen, but we cannot allow it to bring us down. We only can let us learn from our mistakes. Question number six. Now, what's the biggest risk that you had to take in your life, and what did you learn from it? The biggest risk that I had to take in my life was basically leaving my job without a backup plan. I had to recently leave my job with no backup plan, no savings, no job lined up, and what I learned from that is that at least if I was strong enough to do that, then I can be strong enough to chase my dreams and do it full time. Even if things are not going to go right, I can still do it full time, and I will be successful at anything I put my mind to, as long as I have the vision to keep on going. Question number seven, what is your passion, and what core values do you have to align with your passion? So my passion is to motivate and inspire people to chase their dreams, because life is better when you have a dream, and when you are actively going towards that dream every single day, you feel a sense of love and you feel a sense of fullness in your heart. And what are my core values? My core values is happiness, love, family, time freedom, traveling, and being able to be so down to earth that integrity is going to be the best version of you and always elevating in life. Question number 8. What makes you stronger and what makes you weaker? And what times at desperation have you seen a different shift in your moods? So, what makes me stronger is that I'm always open minded and I always have a lot of ideas. And what makes me weaker is I don't act on all of my ideas. I only act on what I think I can do. And I always limit myself sometimes. And I know I should not be limiting myself. And what do I do to make them happen? And what event that made it so hard for me in desperation? Well, in desperation, you end up doing anything. Anything that you can see a positive, you can see a plus in. And if you don't overcome your struggle, then you end up being in survival mode. The more survival mode that you are in, it sucks to be in survival mode all the time. So that's the answer to those two questions. Number 9 or 8. Number 8. Where do you see yourself in 10 years from now? I am 27, and in 10 years, I'll be 37. By the time I'm 37, I hope to have or am a full-time content creator, a person who has a voice, someone who has authority, someone who is a leader, someone who is going for the best of the best and is going to be the 1% out of 100, someone who is never giving up on themselves, someone who is a person of high moving, always moving towards the better things in life and always just being there to lead other people in the right direction. Question number 9. When things happen in life, how do you react to them? Well, when bad things happen to my life, how do I react? Well, I react in a negative way. And then I contemplate, I do wish things were easier instead of me making myself, stronger. But I'm now trying to just basically be a better person than that. I don't want to just contemplate on life anymore. I'm building myself up to be the better person at all times so that I don't have to keep on crying for every negative situation that comes and happens in my life. I want to grow from it, and that's final. So, question number 9. When was the last time that you were actually happy in your life, and what event took place? The last time that I was actually happy in my life was when I was traveling. And when I was traveling, I did a road trip from New York City, Manhattan to Florida driving. And it literally took the whole day. And the reason why I was happy because I was with my dad, and it was a good experience to just see new things and have an open world that was never open to me before. I've traveled, but not really a road trip, and just seeing all the welcome signs, seeing how far it took to get from one place to another was very great. But traveling, that's the only thing that makes me happy. Is I want to travel more, but I haven't been traveling. So, but that's what makes me happy, technically, because I stay in New York and I don't really do much. So, but hey, question number 10. When was the last time you felt full of yourself in life? Like, was there ever a moment where you felt like you were winning and you knew everything was going to happen to win? And what was that event looking like? Well, I haven't really had an event that made me feel like I was full in life because I would be working at a job, and every job that I had, I felt empty. I felt like my life existence wasn't really existing, and I was just breathing. So, but now that I'm an actual YouTuber who's chasing their dreams full time, I feel full in life because I now have to actually use my brain power to actually create instead of me helping the creator. I am the creator. So I'm making things happen instead of me following the leader, which I used to always do. So, but I mean, I haven't been doing much for myself. Like, I started a lemonade business that didn't work out. I started a clothing brand that didn't work out. I started sneaker reselling that didn't work out. And now I'm doing YouTube, so hopefully that works out, and I'll be a lot more happier to actually say that I made it. So you know, but that's the answer. Question number 11. Now, what did you learn from the time where you got fired from your job? Like, how did you feel, and how did it impact you? So when I got fired from my job, my recent job, um, it impacted me in a good way because I seen somebody die at my job, and they were trying to give him CPR, and he didn't make it. Like, he was out cold. He was not moving, and I it was like the most horrific scene I've ever seen at a job. And the way they fired me was basically they gave shifts out, and I couldn't do the shift, and I told them, hey, I can't do the shift, and they basically looked at me like they didn't care. They say, if you can't do it, then you have to leave, and that's what they said. So I just left, and now I haven't had a job ever since. So, but the impact, it just made me stronger and made me want to work for myself and actually do something that I love instead of what I hate. So that's what I'm working on, and hopefully I'm getting paid for doing something that I love instead of what I hate. So, question number 12. Now, what would you do if $1 million was to hit your bank account? What would you buy? What's the first thing you would buy? Well, if I had $1 million, the first thing I would buy is probably a Lamborghini. Lamborghini Lamborghini Huracan Evo 2024, or the newest year version. Real the RWD with the spider. That's the first car I would buy, and then I would buy a house, and then I would probably buy a vacation, and then if whatever's left over, I'll invest it in stocks and save it, and I'll be cruising in that car, and then you know. But yeah, that's the best part about $1 million, because you can really enjoy a lot of it. So hey, I'm gonna take my talent and do what I do. Question number 13. How do you cope when you are stressed out or depressed? When I'm stressed out and depressed, and how do I cope with it? I basically play video games. Now I watch the Bible, as in any Bible quote that goes on Google. I'll watch the Bible and I'll read it. That fulfills my heart a little bit. And I try to make other people laugh. The more you make other people laugh, then it just makes you feel more happier because you did your job, right. So that's what I would do if I was sad or depressed. Question number 14. When you are successful, what would you do to make yourself feel humbled even though you're successful? Well, since I'm not successful yet, what would I do to keep myself humble is I would just make sure that I move the goalpost up. So if my success level is right here, I'm going to move it up to here. So therefore, it doesn't make me stay lazy or anything like that. And I'm just going to keep on going no matter what. But if I'm successful, because most people, when they make got a lot of money and they have a lot of money in their account, they tend to be lazy, and I don't want to be that lazy person who just stays lazy. So, but yeah, I always want to make sure that I make the goalpost a lot higher than what it was, because the moment that you get lazy is the moment that everything goes down the drain and you don't want to waste your progress. So, question number 14: what makes you never give up on chasing your dreams? What makes me never give up chasing my dreams is because my dreams is what makes me happy. It makes me feel alive. And I'm in such bad financial position in life to the point where it's like, if I don't make my dreams come true, then nothing in my life changes. So I want to change my life to the point where I'm never struggling ever again. And I want to be able to be happy. I never want to be miserable. And I feel like my life deserves a new start. And the only way I'm going to have a new start is by actually doing something that I love for the first time around. Question number 15: what fears do you have in life and how do you approach your fears? The fears that I have in my life is getting out of my comfort zone with talking to people, as in like strangers. Um, what I do is I always try and breathe, like I'll inhale, exhale, and then I'll just think of questions of what to say so that I don't sound stupid or sound silly. And I just keep on practicing over and over again, and that's the only way to get yourself out of your fears. Question number 15: when you feel as if life brings you down, how do you stay uplifted even though life is tearing you apart left and right? Well, how do I uplift myself? I uplift myself when I post a YouTube video. If I post a YouTube video and I get a good comment where it says, "Oh, this motivated me today to keep on chasing my dreams. I appreciate the support and everything. You've done a lot and you've made my day." That was keeping me uplifted, and I always want to strive for those comments because I know that I'm making a strong impact in the world. Question number 16: what's the best advice that you've gotten in your lifetime? The best advice in my lifetime that I've ever gotten, when I was starting my lemonade business and some guy came up to me. No, I asked him if he wanted to buy lemonade. He said no. And he said, "You know what? I'm still going to support you because I don't drink that stuff." But he said to always keep doing something that's always positive and never stop. So that's where I got that motivation and drive from, to never stop. As long as it's positive, I'm never going to quit because, time will only tell that you'll become successful. So that's why you just never quit on yourself. You always keep pressing the gas, keep pushing until you have nothing left in you. Question number 17: when life was feeling like it's unfair, how do you build your clarity level higher to see your big vision? Well, when life was unfair, I had to build my clarity vision by first manifesting the things that I wanted. And once I manifested the things that I wanted, I actually had to touch them, I had to feel them, I had to get a picture, I had to write down goals that were too high for me, and I had to stretch myself so that I was better than anybody else. Because if I made small goals, those small goals would have been either accomplished and there would be nothing else to go for, or I wasn't strong enough to do something out of my comfort zone. So that's why I had to be always writing down things and always making sure that my life was fulfilled in life, and being happy was the main priority, and not chasing money and not chasing things. I didn't want to chase things. I wanted things to be attracted. I wanted to put myself at a higher frequency in life. But this is the end of the podcast episode. Thank you for watching. If you watched it all the way through, thank you guys. All you guys got to do is please subscribe, please like, comment, share what you thought, and send this to a friend if you like it. And thank you, and have a good one. Let's go.